And welcome back to Holistic Healthline, your direct line to great health. And we are so pleased to have today Dr. Richard Passwater. He has been a research biochemist since 1959. His first areas of research interest were in the development of pharmaceuticals, spectrophotoluminescence, and analytical chemistry. He is the author of more than 45 books and 500 articles on nutrition and has written over 90 articles, co-authored 2 peer-reviewed scientific studies, and a co-inventor of 3 patents and 2 pending patents. We're having him on today to talk about collagen, what it is, and why it is so important to us, particularly as we age. Hi, Dr. Passwater.
Hello. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be back on your program.
We're so excited. We're going to pick your brain.
I hope you bring a magnifying glass. I've gotten sluggish here with this year. I thrive getting to travel around, go to different conferences and meet people. And this year I've been in the home office a lot more than I'd like to say.
I think we all have, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Richard,
fun to get out and talk with you two. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Well, we thank you for being here. Richard, tell us about collagen. You know, everybody is aware of the term collagen, but probably don't know exactly what it is. So can you kind of bring everybody up to speed as far as what
collagen's certainly a buzzword right now, but a lot of people, like you mentioned, overlook that it's a strong, flexible, fibrous protein. Pound for pound, it's stronger than steel. There was a somewhat recent study that estimated that it was between 5 to 10 times stronger than steel if you look at the tensile strength of it. But these collagen protein fibers form the framework of all connective tissue throughout the human body. In the old days, when I went to school, they used to call the space between the cells, they would call it extracellular matrix or ground substance, and little was known about it. And at one point, years and years ago, somebody suggested to call the main fiber in this ground substance or extracellular matrix, they called it collagen after the Greek word for glue, because they felt it was sort of the glue that held the body together. It was the framework that connected the cells, and they picked a name for glue, and I think even today it's a nice way to describe it. It's the glue that holds the body together.
And so where do we find collagen? I mean, we know it's throughout the body, but is it in specific areas that are more important to us, as particularly in our aging process?
Yeah, absolutely. It's distributed throughout the body. The easiest place to see it is in the skin, because the skin's about 75% collagen, and it's generally what you see when you look at somebody. So that's going to be your first take at the health of the collagen metabolism in somebody is how their skin looks. In the skin, it gives skin its thickness, its strength. It's also what reflects light from the skin. So the more radiance or glow that somebody has is a sign of better collagen health in that person. Up to like about 90% of the light that hits the outer layer of the skin actually goes through it into the dermis. And the more collagen fibers somebody has, the more light will reflect back outward, so the more luminosity or radiance or glow that they'll have. And then the cosmetic industry, I tip my cap to them because they do a wonderful job educating people about the importance of maintaining their collagen in their skin. Then from there, the collagen is throughout the body. Some of the collagen tissues I think that get the most publicity are joint components such as cartilage, ligaments and tendons. The bone has a collagen framework that, in my opinion, actually gives bone 80% of its strength. The collagen itself only makes up about 30% of the bone, but because that attribute of the bone is what gives it its ability to bend, its ability to absorb impact. I think it gives bone about 80% of its total strength. Some other areas that get publicity more recently are like lungs or collagen-based tissues. In the gastrointestinal tracts, collagen-based tissue. The human body has over 60,000 miles of blood vessels in them, and those are collagen-based tissues as well. The collagen content in blood vessels, as an example, is close to 40%. So it really makes the framework of all the connective tissues in the body. And the difference in the tissue is what gets put or deposited into the collagen matrix. Like in bone, the bone has a much more rigid structure than the skin. But in the bone, the body puts calcium phosphate crystals that gives it that rigidity in its defined shape, which is important for the muscles to pull against to facilitate movement and whatnot.
So for people who have, quote, brittle bones, is that because they're not only maybe lacking bone density, but they're also lacking the collagen, the connective portion?
That's correct. As the collagen content in the bone decreases, the flexibility of the bone decreases along with that, and the bone becomes more brittle. Collagen really serves two roles in the bone. First, it's what gives the bone the flexibility. I think that's the most important role. And then second, it serves as a deposition site, or the parking places or the binding sites for calcium phosphate crystals. So the more collagen somebody has, the more bone mineral density potential the person has. But as collagen metabolism slows down, the collagen will break down, not be as strong, not offer the strength and flexibility that was there before, and then eventually the bone mineral density will decrease as well. And generally, in the brittle bone syndromes, it's first a collagen metabolism problem, which over time leads to a bone mineral density problem.
And as we age, are we losing collagen? Do we have less collagen, or is it just that collagen is not as vital or as strong as it used to be?
It's a sum of each. There's a debate about how much collagen is in the human body. On one side of the spectrum, a group actually from up your way in University of New Hampshire recently estimated there's about 7.5 or 8 pounds of collagen in the average human body. And some studies suggest as much as 15 pounds of collagen. So somewhere between 7 to 15 pounds of collagen in the average human body. And this collagen has to be remodeled or taken care of all throughout somebody's life. There's new collagen being produced, and then the collagen that is getting damaged. And the damaged collagen has to be removed to make way for the new healthy collagen to take its place and serve the proper roles. And there was a group of European researchers that somewhat recently estimated the body has to make about 100 grams of collagen every day to properly remodel the collagen tissues throughout the body. And sometimes people will say 100 grams. That doesn't sound like very much, but it's a pound of collagen every 4.5 days that the body has to make to keep these collagen-based tissues fresh and healthy. And so part of the process is making new collagen, and new collagen production generally reaches its peak when somebody's about 21 years old. In the modern world, people say healthy a little bit longer. So generally speaking, that people reach their peak at about 21, and sometimes it can extend to maybe 25. But after that, collagen production generally starts to decrease. And it's interesting, the factories in the body, the cells that make collagen, the fibroblasts, the number of those cells stays pretty much the same all throughout somebody's adult life. But the enzymes, which are the factory workers in the body, the enzyme activity decreases as people get older, and with that decrease becomes less collagen production.
Dr. Passwater, can people just, swallow a whole bunch of, shovelfuls of collagen and there we go, or, everything's fine?
Unfortunately, it doesn't work that easy. Collagen's a protein in the body that has to be built according to a genetic triplet code. The body has to put together single amino acids in a very specific sequence that's determined by our DNA. So the body has to make collagen from scratch using amino acids from the diet. And when you eat a collagen supplement or eat collagen from a chicken wing or salmon skin or collagen-containing tissue, the body generally digests these compounds into amino acids, which could be a source of building blocks for new collagen. But the body's not capable of taking collagen from a outside source and then reweaving it into somebody's ligament or tendon or skin. The body has to really make collagen by linking together amino acids. So, enzymes in the body are what conduct the collagen making process. There's the standard transcription and translation process in protein production, and then a series of 10 enzymatic reactions that have to occur to mature the collagen. And the collagen generating enzymes need nutrients to activate and to work. So it's much more than just eating collagen-based protein. You need protein to build collagen, but you also have to activate the biological process that actually builds collagen, and that's a nutrient based process.
So how do we shortcut the process? What's the secret?
The biggest collagen-generating cocktail, in my opinion, is 7 of the 10 enzymes need vitamin C to work. So keeping vitamin C levels adequate is critical for collagen production. And also, I am very fortunate I get to work with a product called BioSil, which contains choline-stabilized orthosilicic acid. And the orthosilicic acid is the biological form of the mineral silicon, which is required by at least 4 enzymes that are involved in collagen production. So, and vitamin C is involved in 7 enzymes. Generally, an enzyme needs both a vitamin and a mineral to activate.
Dr. Passwater, BioSil, which I have been using for a long time, I could say more for the beauty aspect of, great skin and great hair and stuff. Never mind all these other wonderful things that it's doing. Has there been much research done on BioSil?
BioSil's been tested for more than 25 years. There's over $16 million U.S. invested in research and development on it. And there's a variety of clinical studies showing benefits to reducing wrinkles, increasing skin elasticity, thickening and strengthening hair, strengthening nails, reducing nail brittleness, removing ridges and cracks from nails and cuticles, increasing bone mineral density at the hip, the critical hip area, increasing bone collagen production, reducing pain in joints, increasing range of motion in joints. I was scheduled to go to Singapore to present a new study, but unfortunately that one got canceled, and I have to keep it confidential until presenting it in New York in November. But there's a constant flow of research on BioSil, really offering validity that it does stimulate and protect collagen throughout the body.
So, again, best of both worlds, as far as like Jane was saying, the beauty aspects. It's helping healthier hair, skin, nails, but also internal. Again, that connective tissue basically affects every major system in the body. So it's health inside and out.
Yeah, in many ways, the collagen content is a great way to gauge that you can use the skin to gauge the health of the human body. It's really a window inside. 2 years ago, as an example, at the European Cardiovascular Conference, a group of researchers presented data that they looked at the forehead on men, and they found that the men that had deeper wrinkles on the forehead had a much higher rate of cardiovascular disease and death from cardiovascular disease complications. And it goes back into the 70s. There was a physician up your way, Dr. Sander Frank, who wrote an article in the New England Journal about it, New England Journal of Medicine about it, and they named the lines after him, but he's not the one that actually developed it, where creases in the earlobe, which is earlobe's pretty much all collagen, people that had big creases in the earlobe that were diagonal across had a much higher rate of cardiovascular disease. And there's been up at Yale there near you, there's a wonderful researcher at the Women's Health Unit there named Professor Powell. And she did a study that showed that women's skin was directly related to their bone health at the hip.
And we know
it's really a window, an indicative of the health of the body, because the collagen metabolism is pretty much consistent throughout the person.
And we know that Christie Brinkley, the actress / model, she's a big fan, and if she's been taking it, it's certainly not doing her any harm.
It was fun to get to meet her. She wrote about BioSil in her book, Timeless Beauty. And later her agent contacted and said, "Hey, my girl's talking about your product. You should hire her as spokesperson." So I got to meet her. It was quite an experience.
Well, I find it really, again, I've been taking BioSil for a long time, more for the kind of the beauty aspect of it. Nice to know that it's also helping to keep my bones together and to keep them more flexible so that they're less likely to fracture if I were to fall. I am 65 now, and that, it's always something you want to think about. But I really found more intriguing was the cardiovascular aspect. We actually started the show talking about heart disease today, and how prevalent it is, and that the doctors focus only on kind of cholesterol and not the integrity of the vascular system, and that BioSil would be a major component to helping people as far as to keep the blood vessels healthier.
Yeah, the first 3 silicon researchers that I had the opportunity to meet pretty much viewed silicon as a heart nutrient. And I think probably when I travel around the world talking about BioSil, at least 80% of the people are interested in it for its impact on the appearance or beauty benefits. But it does have some very nice side benefits, increasing or supporting cardiovascular, bone, joint health. And sometimes the product has an identity crisis. Is it a beauty product that also helps other tissues, or is it a bone, joint, and blood vessel product that also can improve somebody's appearance?
Well, Dr.
Whichever way
Passwater,
you want to look at it, you get all the benefits.
Dr. Passwater, we so appreciate you coming on today. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But again, if people go to naturalfactors.com, you can find more information about BioSil, which is B as in boy, IOSIL. If you want more information, you can also call the Tree of Life Wellness Center at 508-336-4242. Again, thank you so much, Dr. Passwater. We hope to have you on again.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thanks, Richard. Take care.